Hello everybody. In this video we're going to take a look at the features and functionality of Omega's TI Analyzer thermal imaging PC software for the TI-125 and TI-400 series thermal imaging cameras. So let's get started. When you launch the TI Analyzer, the first menu that you see on the upper left-hand side of the window is the Session menu. There you'll find IR Camera Workspaces. In this menu you can set up the program to read directly from the camera through your PC's USB port. So once you've connected the camera, click on this lightning bolt, which is the Connect button. The Connect window will open, then select USB Plus from the camera type pull-down. Then select the port that you're connected to and click OK, and bam, there's your thermal image viewing screen. On the right is the IR Camera menu, where you can calibrate the thermal imager. Choose which lens you're using, select the temperature range, and change the frame rate. To manually trigger a recording, click on the Manual button on the left, and that will open the Start Trigger drop-down menu, where you can choose Manual, Date and Time, Duration, Condition, or an external trigger. Click the Record button to record a video. There's also a button to take a snapshot, and a button to freeze and unfreeze the video. Then click Stop to stop the recording. Next up are the image parameters, where you can adjust your emissivity, reflected temperature, atmospheric temperature, relative humidity, distance from target, external optics temperature, and external optics transmission. Click on the arrow button up here on the left, and you can get a spot temperature reading from any point on the thermal image. Click the box selection button, and you can drag a box over any point on the thermal image, and it will give you the high and the low temperature for that region. You can move and resize the box, and to remove it, hit the delete key. Next we have the color palette, where you can change the color scheme of your thermal image. This has no effect on temperature readings, it's just a matter of preference. And to the right of the color palette button is the manual color scale adjustment, where you can click and drag along this color bar on the right, and you can adjust the color scale of the thermal image. Click the button again to change its setting back to automatic. For isotherm, you can choose a below or an above temperature, and it will highlight the areas of the image that are below or above a certain temperature. Next we have the display maximum and minimum temperature tools. Use these to get a maximum minimum temperature reading for a selected area, the button on the left, or to display maximum minimum for the entire thermal image area using the button on the right. The next button can turn on or off the display of temperature values. Click on the A button here to set your font. Now let's take a look at IR File Workspace. This is the area that you'll use to open previously saved thermal image videos. Click on an IR file, which will open another window. Then click the folder button in the upper left corner to choose a saved file to open. Once it is open, you should see familiar playback controls. Click on the playback button to play a video. You can also insert a visual image or use the picture-in-picture function and adjust the transparency in order to see a composite image. Below that are the save settings. Click on the video export setting button and you can export a video to an MP4 format. Here, clicking the custom button will allow you to choose the frame you want the exported video to start at and the frame you want it to end at. Click OK and you'll get a Save As window where you can name the exported file and choose the location where it will be saved. You can also save the data by clicking the Data Export Setting button. Again, we can choose the start point and end point, and click OK to export the data as a CSV file for use with Excel. All of the same image parameters, selection tools, color palettes, and color scale options that you have in live mode can also be used while viewing a video file. Now if you right-click on the thermal image area, you can bring up the graphic pop-up menu. Here you can choose a histogram. You can make a 3D graph, and we can plot maximum temperature and minimum temperature. And that about covers all the features of the TI Analyzer thermal imaging PC software app. If you want to go deeper, follow the link in the description. Thanks for watching and be sure to like and subscribe.